Hi everybody, Carl here from Abt, and in this video we'll be taking a look at the new Sony KD65X750F television, and if you're someone looking for a great value TV in a larger size, you'll definitely want to stick around. And if at any point you want to place an order for this one, you can always click on the link in the description to see our current pricing and promotions. This offers a great style, features, and a picture that looks even better than what the price might indicate. Starting off on the outside, you get what's really become typical on the new TVs for a design. A nice thin bezel all the way around the picture. There's a little Sony logo at the bottom in the middle that doesn't light up. And then for the pedestal, you get these 2 feet off to the sides. They look decent and they hold the TV pretty firmly in place. Nothing groundbreaking, but they do have a useful cable management system that gets routed through them. So that's good. On the back, you have all your connections. There's 4 HDMI inputs with 2 being on the side and 2 in the back, and they're all HDCP 2.2 compliant, and 1 has an audio return channel. There's also a shared component and composite input, RS-232C, Ethernet, antenna, and 3 USBs plus Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, so there's plenty of connections available for all your digital and analog inputs. For audio, you also get an optical and analog output for hooking up a soundbar or surround system if you don't use the ARC through HDMI. I do recommend getting at least a soundbar for this one, and Sony's got some good ones to check out, so make sure you look into those as well. The sound quality is average. It's nothing great. It's not terrible as far as today's TVs go, but vocals suffer a little bit at high and low volumes, and bass could use a good amount of work. But sound isn't why you buy a TV. It's the picture, right? And that's why you're really going to enjoy this one. It uses Sony's 4K X-Reality Pro processor that does a great job upscaling. This TV is compatible with HDR10 and HLG, so having a nice processor like this makes for a much more enjoyable experience. It helps out a lot with the details in the extremely dark and light portions of what you're watching. The picture right out of the box was very acceptable, but for those who want to customize it a little bit more, you have the option to go through one of several preset options or dive in further and make your own adjustments through the picture menu. I thought motion was handled well too, considering this is a native 60 Hz panel. Sony's Motion Flow XR240 does a good job supplementing frames and making fast action look smooth. And for you gamers out there, there's also a dedicated game mode to help speed up lag times. We don't have the tools to measure those numbers scientifically here, but from testing it out, I can say that it does work well. Now, picture isn't the only thing to factor into purchasing a TV anymore. With TVs getting smarter and smarter, it's important to get something with features that'll work with other smart devices in your home, and that's another area where Sony has you covered. The X750F has Google Assistant built in, and it's also compatible with Alexa devices, so you have your 2 major smart players covered. And the remote has a microphone built in too, so you can use it for a ton of different things like checking the weather or looking up your favorite Abt electronics video on YouTube. I do wish they'd update the design of the remote a little, since this one's pretty dated, but if you like buttons, you'll love this remote. This TV also uses Android as an operating system, which I like a lot. I have Android products myself, so it integrates well with those, but the overall feel of their smart menus isn't my favorite. It can be a little clunky at times, and the multi-tiered layout can be cumbersome going through, but it's functional, and if you're like a ton of other people out there whose only smart feature that gets any use is Netflix, you won't even have to go into the menu. You have a Netflix button right there on the remote. So, to sum it up, this TV offers a great picture and smart features, along with plenty of connections for your components. The sound isn't the best, the actual smart menu takes a little bit to get used to, and the remote could use a little bit of a refresh, but you get a lot for your money in regards to the picture, and to me, that's really the most important thing when you're looking for a new TV. What do you think? Is this a TV you'd consider? Make sure to let us know, and you can also click the link in the description to see all of our latest promotions. As always, we appreciate you checking out our video, and don't forget to subscribe so you get updates whenever we upload new content.